Hey, what's up? This is Brittany from ASC, Admit, Submit, and Castaway. And I just wanted to, this is my third video, and I just want to do another video. I'm going to try to do it every day just before I get into work. Give me a little peace of mind. And today I just want to say that I know God is doing it. I want to put that out there, that I know no matter what you're going through, no matter what situation you're in, God is doing it. And you no longer have to be the victim. I think sometimes we get in this victim, even myself, I'm preaching to myself, I'm talking to myself. I get into this victim mentality, like why is all these things happening to me? And I was riding and I was thinking about David and how he was on his way to Ziklag, and he had all his family, friends, everybody around him, people who had been following him, who loved him. And when they got to Ziklag, they realized that all their stuff was taken, not killed. Nobody got killed, but everything was taken. A lot of their land was laid to waste, fire, everything. The people had taken everything, even David's wives. So the people were grieved, and David was grieved, and they spake about stoning David. And it said in scripture that he encouraged himself. It didn't say that he got mad or he did the same, but he talked about them or he did the same things they did, because it didn't say that he talked about stoning them back. It said that David it said he grieved. Now it didn't say he didn't cry and he didn't mourn for everything that was happening, which means it did not say that he didn't mourn about his friends wanting to even kill him. He probably cried his eyes out about that, but after he was done crying, scripture says he encouraged himself. And I just believe that we don't have to be the victim. If David would have played the victim, he never would have been able to get into a place to encourage himself and then get into a place to ask God, for help. So I believe that today I want to let everybody know that, even letting myself know, that we don't have to be the victim. You do not have to have a victim mentality. You are victorious. You are somebody. You are created, and you are a blessing. And you don't have to be the victim. Be like David. Today I am encouraging myself. I know a lot of things has happened, but if I get tripped on what's been happening or what's happening to me, then I'll miss God. Even Moses at the burning bush, it said the angel of the Lord came into the bush, but until Moses actually had sight to see God in the bush, that's when God came literally in the bush and spake. It said the angel of the Lord was in the burning bush, and the bush was not consumed. It lets me know that maybe when you see fire, maybe many of times he's seen the fire and never seen it not consumed, which means this particular time he had sight. And I just pray that we just see what God sees in our situation, that we don't keep missing God, even in the bad times, because Moses was in the wilderness with the sheep, in the desert with the sheep, but he saw God, and God, because of his sight, because he could see God in a desolate place, God came and he spoke. And I just believe in that. If we begin to see God even in the things that are, even when people do us a certain type of way, because if David didn't have the posture of knowing how to, okay, I know what people are saying, I know what they're doing to me, but I'm going to sit back, and first I got to build myself back up, because sometimes when people do stuff to you, it cuts you down, it belittles you, it makes you feel like nothing. But David got to himself and he encouraged himself, and then he let it go. You know what I'm saying? Then he asked for the ephod and asked for God and and ask for his opinion on whether he could conquer the land, whether he could go fight his enemy. So God knew David's heart, and that's why he loved David, and that's why he helped David in so many different situations. But I believe today that we need to have the David mindset. We need to be able to know everything's going on, know we're being persecuted, but still trust God. Don't do evil for evil, because even when he got all the spoils and he could have kept it to himself, he said, no, these are my brothers. these are God's people. He knew that there's nothing he could do to, you get what I'm saying? He couldn't be nasty how they were nasty to him. He recovered all, and he was able to recover so much that he could give to other people. And I just pray for today that we realize that we're not victims, that we're more than conquerors through Christ Jesus that strengthens us, that we're the head and not the tail, and that we can make it. You are awesome. You can be somebody, and you don't have to try to manipulate what's going on around you and try to throw that on other people. Stop being the victim. Be victorious. Be more than a conqueror. Like I said again, this is Admit, Submit, and Cast Away ASC. Ask God. My daily walk, my daily thing is to continue to submit things unto God. And I just pray that it encourages somebody as well as it encourages myself. Because I'm on this David process, and the first step to it is encouraging myself. I am encouraged today to know that I am not the victim. I pray that everybody sees let's go of the victim mentality and gains more insight in God. Be blessed. And again, remember to admit, submit, and cast one thing away a day. Trust me, it's going to do wonders for your life. Be blessed.